Hey guys, welcome back home. This where the heart is with Jesus Lord and the word of God is our daily bread. How you doing? I know, sis. I know. Shoot, a lot has been happening in my life. A lot has been happening. Um, a lot has been happening, and I don't know. I don't know. But I think more than anything, I'm ready to commit my life to Christ yet again. I feel like I've been stubborn long enough. I've lived my life the way I wanted to live it. I've retaliated to situations the way I felt like was best for me. But at this point in my life right now where I'm at, I just feel like I'm ready to go back to God. I feel like I can't continue to live any longer without Him. It's been really hard. I thought I was gonna be happier. I thought I was gonna be the baddie, you know. I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I knew what I was doing, but man, what's baking? Bophelong, we make mistakes. Bophelong, sometimes we make wrong decisions. We make those decisions knowing very well ukuthi girl, more waputam, more na wabuyers. But we continue to do them, you know. And man, I've made some reckless decisions. I've been so impulsive. I've just been living life on the edge. Do you understand? Like if there's whatever comes into your mind when I say living my life on the edge, I most certainly did that. Those were the things I was doing. Talking about drinking, talking about boys, talking about Yongelando, man, that is not good. It was so not good because I couldn't even capture it and like, be public about it. I was ashamed of this life, hence I didn't share this side of my life, you know. I went through it. I did. Uchiel. I was in the streets. I was busy in the streets. Nicholas Stratmate. And that is why I haven't been recording videos. That is why I was not gonna be out here lying to you guys and saying Jessica Kimure. One thing about him, right? But I was not gonna be out here preaching reasons and well, I know that I'm busy in the streets and I don't even have time for God. I don't even pray. Like I've went days and months without praying. I went days and months without even waking up. Yes, I would like Haki Hopola, right? I'm grateful, but you know, weighing in pillars of, it's not a biggie. But like it got so bad that even when I started eating, I would realize, but you don't even pray for your food. You don't even say, God, thank you. You know, like appreciating the little things, like which may look little to me, but all of these things. And my bursary has taken away from me this year. Like a lot has been happening, and I have just been so angry and confused and stressed, and it has just been a lot. Do you get me? And it's just been a lot. Yeah, I won't lie. I'm tired of the streets. I knew I was not gonna last long in the streets. I knew that I didn't belong there. I knew that they were not made for me. Hence, I couldn't keep up with the streets. I'm glad I came back alive and still intact. Although I may have lost the good child in me at that time, but I am happy to be back. I'm happy to realize that I'm actually tired of this life. It's not meant for me. I'm actually glad that I had to take a pause and say, girl, no, this is not the way to go. This is not you. This is, if you're really going to. And I think me going the streets was also because I was like, I grew up in church, right? And most of the decisions were being, like, I was just following the lead. My mom is a Christian mom. She took us to church. You understand? Like Francisca, hi, but my mom is the kind of mom, and of which I'm glad that she introduced us to Christ. I'm really grateful that Francisca you get it. But like Francisca, that's just one thing for sure about her. You were definitely going to Shapa and go to church. And growing up, obviously you have to respect your parents. Like, there were days, I won't lie, there were days where I felt like I don't want to go to church. I don't want to, because there were things that I was seeing in the church that she didn't know about, that I was experiencing, that I wouldn't like expressively talk about. And and because of those things and things that I would share with my mates, and like and I would share these things with my friends, and my friends, fortunately, they were able to, some days when they felt like they didn't want to come to, they wouldn't come, but I was forced to go because I have a strict mom, and I'm it goes. Do you understand? So I grew up like that. Like, I grew up not having a choice but to go to church. Do you get me? Like, and I'm glad that I was raised up by a mom like that, because she helped me discipline child. Like, I grew up a good child, okay? Because that woman, ha utlo 70, because utlo nis Francisca utlo ising high. Well, understand? So, like, me being picky and me not having a lot of friends, and me growing up not being this girl who's in the street, was all because of my mom. I think had I not had that mom, I would have been deep in the streets, child. Me, I love things. Let's talk about Pamela, who is without God, like the Pamela that is not saved. She loves things. One thing about me without God, if we put God on the side, I love things. Can you imagine? Like, I love looking good. I love lifestyle e sharp. Ke rata dilo, ke rata dintho tse di luxurious, ke rata dintho tse di fancy, man. Ke rata content. And I understand how sometimes loving things can get you into other things. You understand? Especially if you want to keep up with the lifestyle and all of these things, you would definitely get involved in things. I've seen people do things for on social media, we see people going to Dubai for lifestyle. You get me? And that's fine. If that's their way of doing life, it's okay, and it suits them, it doesn't affect them. That is okay. But I'm just saying that I would have been one of them. I won't lie, child. I love things. And it's even shocking right now that I was able, and I think I'm just honestly grateful for God that it's all been God. It has just been Him. Had it not been, because when I little stubborn back, right? He would just say, no, Pamela, no. And I would hear him say no. Like, I would want to do things so bad. I even went on Tinder. What are you talking about? I was on Tinder. I was like, me? Please. I was on Tinder, I was busy on Tinder. But like, stupid Tinder. I would just get bored. Like, everyone is just boring me. Nearly hi, hey, and then I'm bored. Or if we exchange numbers, I'm bored on WhatsApp. Like, because I cannot do chat. Mind you, I'm very inconsistent with my phone. If you really want my attention, you need to call me. We need to call each other. If we're not calling, and or type it, before you call me, tell me, you have lost me. I'm out the window. I'm not that hand. We must call each other. Do you understand? So that is the kind of person I am. So I've just been, I've done a lot of things. Nna ke di dirile shem. A ke tlo dula mo go botsa maka. Ha ke tlo jwetsa mashane ngwana modimo. Nna And I know that batsadi ba ka ba kana ba shebella video, of which it's okay. It's really okay. I'm just sharing my truth. This is my truth, and the reason why this channel is called The Journey is because I am taking you guys on this journey with me. I am trying to be as transparent and as honest as possible. Go bontsho hore being a Christian and being just a human being is crazy, and you don't always live a holy life. Sometimes you just get so tired of things that you end up taking shit. That was my life. You understand? Like my relationship with God, and I saw how it impacted other people in a very positive way. People started seeing life different. God was really using. I was such a useful vessel, child. I'll tell you that. Like God really used me, and He really did. That time Dimuna sebedisa platform ena hore lentswe la hae le phatlalatswe. And what did I do now? I got a big head. It's like, no, now I have a lot. And then let me tell you, hore, as soon as I got a big head, I kind of got a big head, and then I stopped pursuing God, and God also stopped. Like, she was like, oh, when I know clever when. Okay, obviously I don't know if God really said that, but like I get permanent really partnershiping. The time Dimu una batla hore nna ke phele life e nang le purpose, ke phele life e hantle, ke phele life e nang le thato ya Modimo ka hare, ke phele thato ya hae ke yona ntho ne ke batla ho itse yo. You understand? So mara nna ke batla ho phela ditakatsong tsaka. Ditakatso tsa nketsang tsa nyisa skat askis man mara di nyisi askisa ke vulgar language. I'm sorry mara ditakatso di takaditse. What? Yo mara ditakatso di ngutsi ka di washing tsa mpontsha hore e batse mo o tla pusha ka la maskat re tla o ravaza re tla. I'm glad I'm still intact. I can scratch ke sharp mara yo ke batle ke bona tapsi. Yeah guys, it's been really crazy. It's been really crazy, hey. And the thing is, you know how when you're so stressed you don't even know what to do anymore. And it's not even that God was not answering my prayers, it's just that I saw Him to be really far, and I wanted something that was gonna fix this now. Like whatever I was going through, I wanted something that would fix it now. And I was like, and in my head I was like, Dadam Dimu, yo, not now. You understand? Like I used to. That's why I ended up doing things the way I did. Like I would drink alcohol. Like if I'm really stressed, I'm drinking alcohol. I'm there on the hookah chair. I am on the smoke. I am smoking hookah. Kitsuba habli. Because I felt like I needed something that was gonna really take my mind off things. I didn't want to deal with pain or issues in my life. I just felt like running away was the best thing to do, because being in that dark space was never a nice feeling for me. I felt like if I was gonna be in it, it would last forever. Mara ka lebala gore lentswe la Modimo le ha o ka tsamaya kgohlong ya moruti wa lefu, and kgohlong ha tsangao nna ka nagana gore kgohlo ke permanent, ke destination, ka lebala gore hantlentle tabe kgolo ke gore e teng mara ya feta. Hlong ya ka ne ke lebetse a ke re ne se ke lebetse lentswe la Modimo ntjamme ke nagana gore bophelo bo ke tlo bo kgona ke le mo gathi ke itshetsitse gathi mafra ke itshapile ka le gapitle la banana nkong. Understand? Like yo Hashem ke di dirile ngwana me, ke di dirile, ke di entse ka di baka ila ga ke di kwenya tsa nqhwela ka realize hore bophelo bo sena Modimo ka ntle, especially if you grew up your whole life like that. And also I also wanted to say that the reason I was telling you about how I grew up and being, I just felt like at this point in my life I wanted to make I wanted to decide now for myself, do I really believe in God? Who is this God? Am I believing in someone that somebody told me about, that I read from the Bible? What is even this Bible? Do you get me? Like, I started having so many questions. Like, is this what I really want for myself, or I'm just living a life that was being dictated by someone else for me? Or I understand. And I was like, the more I'm away from home, the more I get a chance to like really express myself the way I want to, and not force myself to be this ngole girl. Ke forced to be mzalwane. Like experience ho ba metsa dibia motho ke ntwe jwang. Understand? Like experience ho ke tsoe ke sa batle ho rapela ke ntwe jwang. Cause wa bona ha ke le hae ne ka hae 8 to 7 mo ka ra tsoa ra rapela. Who are getting Tuesday prayers. So when I'm at home, I just know that I switch and become that person. Like my mom doesn't have to force me. I just become that person when I'm at home. You understand? But when I'm far away from home, it's like, okay, now I'm independent. Now I have to make decisions by myself. Now Tansi naked decide, jump, understand? Like, understand? And the more I was away from home, the more I realized that actually the relationship I had with God was not my own. Like, say understand? And no like I even cut my hair, right? I was like, I'm ready for a fresh start. Now my relationship with you is gonna be because of me wanting it. Like me saying, I want you. I'm taking a conscious and a personal decision to say, like, no, it's not because Francisca said, no, it's not because it was the right thing to do, no, it's not because it looked good on me. It looks good on me to be a Christian girl, not because people know me as a Netflix dating girl. No, o understand? A kere go ne rapele ke re modimo wa Tafita, modimo wa Jacob, modimo wa Abrahama, modimo wa Saule, modimo wa Samuel. Hey, o understand? No jene ke batlo bua ka modimo wa ka gore ke mo own, ke mo nke from his word and really own this God and honestly have this relationship with him that has no external factors. Like I really want to experience God for myself outside of church even. Like I don't want church to play a role in me having a relationship with God. Like I want it to be our relationship. Even understand kore like sa ikrekeng iske ka fila bed o nkare ke ntse sebe ko relationship ya ka le modimo se ka determinwa ke di events. Understand? So that's where I'm at in my life right now, at this point in my life. Hore ha ke sa ikrekeng is kan ketsa moetsa dibe, is kan ketsa motho a seng consistent le relationship ya le modimo, is kan ketsa motho a wrong because bazalwane hangata ha o sa ikrekeng ka go metsa dibe mo ntjena. I can understand, understand kereke ke mo re rapelang re go sa modimo teng, but it honestly has nothing to do with the nature of your relationship with God. Because some other people go to church because it's a norm for them. Like it has become a force of habit. It's a religious thing to do for them. Do you understand? That is why other people even experience God better outside of church, because now they own this relationship. They're so involved. Like it's them choosing which I'm taking my Bible, I'm opening it, I'm reading it. Like it's my thing now. Like I've had this Bible, right, since my birthday, and I thank Balesa so much for buying me this precious gift, right? When I got this on my birthday, I was like, my excuse the whole time for being consistent with reading my Bible was because I was like, wait, see, so sometimes and then next one so I thought I needed a Sotho Bible so that I think for the first 2-3 weeks that I got it, I was very happy and I would read the word of God and it was so beautiful, right? But then after some time I started highlighter next it's still so new, and I get it because Another reason would be that I'm taking care of it. But to be honest, ha ke bule hangata. Like in a month, I think ke bula hai 2. You understand? So that's how bad it's been. And I was like, okay, the excuse was not really because it was because now I needed to decide that this is the life I want for myself. Not what I grew up doing. Like, no China, you won't talk me out of it because ke nna ke kgethang. No China, ke nna ke reng ke batla mo tseba Modimo. Who's God? Ke batla ho bala Bibele ke re Modimo ke keta ho bala ho thwa o tjena, ho thwa wena o separatile metsi wa ntsha bana ba hao egepeta wa beisa. Ke batla Modimo ke batla mo understandela nna, ke batla relationship le Modimo o, ke batla ho mmona. You understand? I batla bala ka yena fela, not experience him in his fullness like that. I don't want that for myself. Hence why now I'm like, fresh start. I'm cutting my hair. I know it's not that deep, but for me it is, because I'm like, I'm really intentional about this relationship with God now. I'm really intentional about really making it work. Like, I've even uninstalled my socials for now, because especially WhatsApp, because I'm like, you know what, God, I'm really gonna give you this time during my break, because now I'm done writing my exams. I'm gonna be very intentional about you. I'm gonna seek your face and seek your kingdom first, and all of these other things will be added unto me. I'm gonna just stop and forget about me for now. Like, forget about being that Instagram hand or being that. I just want God now, because Instagram and all these other things can go. They literally, like, I'm at this point in my life where I'm like, because it used to bother me a lot, like, I'm not posting, I'm losing followers, and I've lost a lot of followers. I've lost a whole lot of followers. Like, I've lost more than 5k followers, and it's okay. It hurt me so bad, but I'm like, it's okay. Like, now, even if I lose even 10 more followers, 10,000 more followers, I am okay. They can go as long as God stays. Do you understand? Ntho e bohloko ke gore ntate Modimo a dule bophelong baka, and ha dutse bophelong baka ke mo sebeletse. And if it means me losing things, it's okay, as long as I have him. The things that are meant to be in my life will be in my life, because I have God. And if I can have God, he will make sure that whatever I need to have, I will have. He will handle it while I am busy with him. Do you get me? I take care of his kingdom, I take care of his will. He will take care of my life and all these other things that are connected to me. So that's where I'm at, guys. That's the new chapter of my life. This is the new season of my life. This is where I'm at currently. And man, I can't wait to do a lot of sit downs with you and really fill you in, guys, about how it's going for me, and really even go into it with regards to fasting and like seeking the face of God and what it's like. I know that every time I want to be intentional with God, my life just switches, and it's like I'm attracting all these problems, all the troubles, and I'm like, okay, this time it's worth it. I want it. If it means going through crazy things just for the relationship with God, it's fine. I'm doing it. You understand? So guys, let me not even talk too much. Ke buile go lekane ho ganogo, ke tla le bona happy next time batswala ba ke ba ratang fela mara he tabe golo gore I'll continue making videos, and I hope that you guys are good, and that le subscribing, le liking, le commenting, le sharing le batswala ba lona. And in this house, we don't judge each other. We are growing, hence the journey. Hear me? And I love you guys so much. Shasake Morena.